Hey, welcome back to Striving Artist. I am your host, Arlene, and we are here in Mississauga on the beautiful lakefront where a lot of photos have been taken, lots of different amazing photography. I am here with a fellow striving artist who is an inspirational creative who does videography, photography, graphic design, and an incredible musician. I've got Krusty here with me.
Hello.
Thanks for being here, man.
Hey.
I'm excited.
Yeah, me too.
I want to talk to you. You just recently ventured into being a full-time artist in terms of what you do as a creative. Can you talk to us about where you're at in terms of being a new artist in that sense? Like, I know you've been doing it for a while, but now you're taking the full reins.
Yes, I'm just focusing constantly on photography and videography. Just trying to every night, every day, going out, taking photos, meeting people, networking.
Right.
That's how you do it, right? You just keep grinding and grinding and grinding, and that's what I'm trying to do. Just trying to get to the next level, whatever. I don't even know what the next level is, but to the point where people, I guess the next level would be, I don't have to constantly be asking people; they just come to me.
Exactly. Yes. And what I liked about how when you started, because I know you as guitarist, drummer. For awesome bands here in the city, which we'll chat about in a bit. But I noticed when you were starting to do photography, you were doing a lot of social media. You're just, just telling people, like, this is what I'm doing, take a look at it. Is that something you'd recommend for someone starting out?
Absolutely. I have sometimes young photographers or people just starting out messaging me saying, hey, how do you get where you get? And I'm just like, just keep posting photos, keep posting videos on social media, on any kind of platform, and eventually people will start liking your stuff, and people will just start coming to you and liking your things and asking for advice and doing all that. That's how it happens.
That's
I don't
cool.
know.
It's pretty organic,
yes,
right?
Yeah.
And through that, like, because I know some people are afraid to do that, or like they feel a little bit maybe protective over their work.
Absolutely. For me, I was protective over my art, like my photos, for years. Like,
wow.
Years. I've been a photographer since high school.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So, and after high school, I dated a girl, and her father was a photographer, and like the three of us, we were all photographers. We'd go out with our Nikon film cameras and take photos constantly. And I never shared any of my photos.
Right.
And then it was maybe 2 years ago now, a year and a half ago now, where I was just, I was getting my fulfillment from No Big Deal, playing music and being creative with a bunch of people, but I wasn't getting that fulfillment of just doing what I wanted to do. For photography and videography, but more so photography, it's just like, I can take a photo of anything I want, and I can take it, put it in the computer, and make it however I want to look, and I can post it, and no one can tell me I can't do it.
Nice.
That's just me doing what I want to do, and it's just filling me up with just all this creative happiness. So,
that's awesome. So once you shared something, did you feel like, I was it kind of like, I wish I did this before, or was it like, no, this is the time? I
think that was the perfect time. I was going through so much in my life, and just like I just needed it, and it was perfect timing.
Now, this is for other artists, because I think there's a lot of people, like, for example, for when I was starting to do music, there was songs that I didn't want to share because I was afraid of what people had said. Yep. Was that something? Was that one of the reasons why you decided to keep it to yourself, or was it because you were not ready to share?
I think it was I was not ready, but it was also I didn't want to get. I'm always been like, I'm horrible at critiquing. I'm horrible at taking compliments. I'm horrible at all that stuff. When people are like, "Oh, that's amazing," or "That's no good," I'm always kind of like, "No, leave me alone." So I didn't want anything to do with it. But then eventually, I just decided I'm not gonna care what people think or say, and I'm just gonna post and post and post. And that's my advice I give to anyone who's trying to do it and they're afraid, whether it's music, painting, or anything. Right. Just do it.
Yeah.
Just do it for yourself.
Because creating and anything that we put out there is a part of us.
Yep.
Right. And I like to talk about this with all the artists is adversity. Like, I think we're all afraid of that, like the critique.
Yep.
Was there something that in your past where you like either you were, you know, someone had said something, because I think a lot of artists out there, and we've talked about this in the past, like we can be affected by one person's opinion, and then that depicts where we're gonna go. But like, you know, you said, you know, don't care about what other people think. Was there something that happened in your past where you're just like, you know what?
I just felt, in that moment when I decided to just do it, I just felt like I just had nothing else. I was kind of down on myself and just going through a hard time with so many different aspects of my life, and I felt like that was the one thing I had, and I was just like, I'm just gonna like show people who I am and what I am, and this is it. And I'm not gonna hide behind masks and faces and all that kind of stuff. I'm just gonna be me.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And I've seen you've taken lots of photos of
Taken a lot of photos.
like incredible bands. But like, what's interesting about what I like about your work is that you really capture the essence of the performer on the stage, which is really cool. How, like, and also because you're a stage performer yourself, do you think that helped you with your photography?
Honestly, I don't know. I don't know if that's a factor at all. I just have always been the type of person that when I want to capture that photo, I want to create a mood. I want to create a feeling. I just don't want it to be just a photo of someone in there going, like, I want it to be something that you're going to look at and be like, oh, okay, that person's about to sing something incredible or hit that note hard and just giving everything out. And that's maybe music did help with that. I don't know.
Subconsciously, maybe. And for your videography, I'm curious because working with other creatives, everybody has their ideas. Just for some advice out there, let's say you come across an artist that, you know, their direction is something that, like, you see their direction go something completely different than what you envision. Like, how do you find a happy medium? You have to compromise. That's what I found with video. It's different when you're making a music video. For instance, making a music video with No Big Deal, it's very much all five of us have input and ideas. And I may be filming it, but like when it comes time to editing, everyone's kind of like, oh, I don't like that, I don't like that, I don't like that. And it's just, you have to just get used to it and just be like, take it. And maybe it is better, you know. And then I take that and I worked with another band, and they kind of have a vision. So my basic goal for videography is try and get that person's vision on film for them. And so it's a little bit different than photography. That's true.
Which actually feels good too, because like you're doing something completely different than what I'm doing for photography. For sure.
And with that, like, I'm sure, you know, you have to think of the end result as, you know, the product as opposed to egos kind of thing, right?
Yes, absolutely.
So what do you want to achieve in terms of, because, you know, you're a striving new artist in the wonderful world of photography, graphic design, and videography. What would you like to accomplish in the next couple years?
You know what? It would be fantastic if I can like travel the world with bands and just document their lives, and while I'm documenting my life as well. I think that would be amazing. Like,
that's true, because I think a lot of, especially because we have Instagram stories, a lot of people like to see backstage stuff. Right? So that would definitely set you apart. Is that
There's a lot of photographers that do that now, and it's, why not go on an adventure?
That's
true. While you're being creative.
Yeah. Is that something that drives you?
Yes, absolutely.
And for your band No Big Deal, are you the one constantly taking video of backstage stuff, or is it a team effort?
You know what? It's hard. It's hard because I do that sometimes. I'll take photos, but then I'm not in the photos.
That's
true. So then they get
true.
posted, and they're like, "Oh, where's Michael?" So most of the photos and video we use are other people. We hire other photographers and videographers and stuff to do it.
Right.
Yeah.
Can you talk to us about your experience with your band? You know, you guys do your own videos.
Yes.
Just quickly, before we wrap it up, just how that come together. There's one video that you did using Samsung phones,
we did a video with Samsung. That was every video we've ever done. It's been collective. Everyone has an idea, and we kind of like, everyone has like 100 ideas, and we try and pick the easiest one to do that is still funny and still us. So for that one, that one was Deadliest Catch. We sped up the song, to twice the speed, and then we set the cameras, the Samsung camera, to 60 frames per second.
Okay.
And we played the song, and we just sang into the camera, and then we had our friends hit us with balloons, and it was like an April morning. It was cold that day, and the balloons, it was like getting punched in the face. And they were just smacking, and then we just slowed the video down, and it's worked.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, make sure you guys check that out.
Yeah.
I just want to chat with you about projects that you've done.
Okay.
Tell us about the bands that you've worked with, and
Okay.
yeah, and that.
Bands I've worked with besides my band, I've done a lot of photography for the Anti-Queens.
Sweet.
Most of their Instagram page is photos that I've taken.
Nice.
And
got
you
my
got a
tattoo
tattoo, yes.
from Dallas.
From Dallas, who's
Yep.
an amazing artist
She's a
as
drummer.
well. I've also I do a lot of photography for Canadian Beats, which is a website in Canada. Do a lot of Canadian bands that come through, touring bands, and heavy press as well. So heavy press would be more of the heavier bands. Disturbed. I just did.
What?
I just saw it Ex Ambassadors the other day. That was a great show.
Oh,
Yeah.
at the Danforth, right?
Yes.
That's
yes.
cool.
It was kind of funny. There's 12 photographers in the pit, and 11 of them are all standing in front of the singer taking photos. And I was like, ooh, a shiny saxophone. I just started taking photos of the saxophone. Yeah.
So you're basically, like, it seems like you think outside of the box, especially around.
I always do, and I always try and adapt.
Right.
That's my motto is I get to a venue and it's dark or it's murky and I can't get to the singer because there's other photographers there. I just adapt and I
That's cool.
go with it.
That's a good tip.
Yeah.
To
Adapt.
Yeah,
always.
adapt and to think outside the
Yeah.
box. Because you're right, people would just take photos of the singer.
Everyone's taking photos of the singer,
Yeah.
and I'm out there just taking a photo of the saxophone. And you know what? It's a great picture of the saxophone. I'm going to post it.
That's cool. And talk to us about No Big Deal.
No Big Deal is a band that I've been playing in since 2013. I was when I joined the band, I was the drummer. I did 2 albums on drums with them. Then I got promoted to guitar, and we added a drummer. And Jay, the singer who was playing guitar, is now just the singer. And I've been playing guitar 3 years in the band now.
Cool.
We have a new EP out called Smiling Politely.
Nice.
Yeah, I think we're doing great. We have a lot of stuff lined up. We have some more recordings that we've already worked on, and we have a video currently that we're making. That's going to be hilarious.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Cool. Make sure you guys look out for that. I actually want to go back to Canadian Beats and
Yep.
the other
Heavy press.
heavy press. Now, with someone who they have no idea how to approach these companies.
Yes, just email them.
That's
Or contact me and I will get you in touch with them. And it's the easiest way to get involved in the music scene if you want to take photos of live concerts.
right. So you would suggest like networking or like even making friends
grinding.
with
Every day, go downtown to a show and just take photos. And then the next day, send like 3 photos to the band. Say, hey, I just took photos of your band.
That's cool, man.
That's how you do it.
Is there a particular photo shoot or video shoot where you're just like, that was so much fun, or like, I mean, probably all of them, but like, if you
All of the photo shoots I've done with you, Arlene.
no, stop it. No, but like something where you're just like, wow, I didn't think I could do that.
I always, I don't know. I like them all, but it's like I'm by the time I've edited them and like sent the photos, I'm like I don't want to look at them anymore.
Right.
So like whatever the newest photo shoot I've done is usually my favorite, and I feel like I'm always learning, and I'm always editing better and better, and like I'll go back and look at a photo I took a year ago and I'll re-edit. I'm like, oh, it looks so much better. What was I doing a year ago editing photos the way I did?
Right. That's cool, because I think like for myself when I started writing, I didn't want to edit anything. Like
Yeah.
I didn't want to take advice from or like, look back at my lyrics and stuff. It was
Yeah.
like how it was,
Yeah.
but that's really cool that you go
I
back.
just go back and I kind of look at what I'm doing in my progress, so I can see what I've learned and what I haven't learned, basically.
Nice. That's cool. Do you have anything lined up for the rest of the year in terms of doing videos,
I have
photography?
just keep grinding.
Yeah.
Really keep grinding. That's it.
I read somewhere that we are all creatives
Yeah.
when we grow up, and it's just a matter of allowing that to be
Yeah,
a part
it's
of
just
our
like
lives.
if I'm not creative for like a week, I get just like anxious and just like I need to do something, whether
Right.
it's like go on Photoshop and like just screw around with some graphics, or like just go out and take some photos with myself, with my dog, and my phone, anything.
Yeah.
Just anything helps.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, make sure you guys check Krusty out and all of his videos and photos. We'll have all that information online as well.
Yes.
And a lot of things we learned on this episode with you, man. And I think you just gotta let that creative burning desire in you.
Just let it out.
Yeah, let it out.
Don't be afraid.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
This was awesome. Stay tuned, I've got that special thing for you after the break.